Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to part 12 of What If Naruto Was Trained to be a Mercenary. Get this one to 100 like as usual. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also, I did a new episode of What If Tsunade was Naruto's mother, so go ahead and check it out. And I did a new episode of Naruto, the God of Shinobi, on my second channel, so enjoy it as well. And if you're new and this is the first time you're hearing my voice, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King family and be a part of the Anime King channel. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this. Start the intro. You can change. You satisfy the rage in me. Take away my pain. You satisfy the rage in me. So in the last time we left off, Naruto had the whole ordeal with Shin. He also met back the woman called Kushina, who was the fortune teller a long time ago, and she suddenly disappeared after they done talking. Same thing she did back when Naruto was talking to her and she was telling him about the future. Naruto sighed as she told him a lot of things. Why did he didn't want to go back to Konoha? He had a lot of friends there. Even if he hated Sakura and didn't want to see her, he still had other people back in Konoha. So Naruto went on another mission. This mission was pretty easy. He didn't went in any hiccups or anything. He just safeguarded a princess as she was going back to her tower. So if you guys haven't yet, switch across and check out the playlist. So let's start this new episode. Naruto was sitting on the top of a hill as he gave Jiraiya a note to bring back to Tsunade. He finally made up his mind. At the Leaf Village, Tsunade was ready to go home. It was another long day, as she was pretty tired. She then saw a toad appear on her decks. Did Jiraiya have the information that I requested for him already? Well, that was quick, she said, as the toad gave her a scroll. As she started to read, tears formed in her eyes. As it read, "Dear Granny, it is me. I am sorry that I haven't write to you in a long time, but I have some good news. Guess what? I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back to Konoha in a few days. Uzumaki Naruto." As tears fall out of Tsunade's eyes, as she clutched onto the note, she couldn't believe that he's finally coming back. As we're going to have a time skip right now, a few days later, Tsunade was at the tower as she called all Jonins as she was going to give them a briefing about Naruto. She wasn't going to say that Uzumaki Naruto is coming back after 5 years. She was going to tell them all that the Kitsune Flash is coming home to Konoha. Some Jonins were out on mission along with Chunins, but enough of them were there so the news could spread. Among the ninjas that was present in the room, there was Lee, Tenten, Ino, and Hinata. Shizune then tells Tsunade that everyone is here. Good, alright everyone, pay attention, as the room went quiet, waiting to hear what Tsunade have to say. I am sure that you're all wondering why I call all of you today. Well, the reason is simple. I am sure that you all know about the Kitsune Flash, right? As everyone started to mutter to themselves, knowing and hearing the legend about the Kitsune Flash. He's supposed to be one of the most powerful ninja in this world. Tsunade looked at the crowd and smiled, as she knew that all of them knew about him, but she just wanted to see the reactions when she said that. He has become a great part of our village. Thanks to him, the other nations have been quiet, and little to none missing names or bandits are running around. But anyway, I am getting straight to the point. She smiled as she was finally ready to reveal the news. I called you all today because the Kitsune Flash is arriving in Konoha at any moment now. As soon as she said those words, everyone in the room gasped from shock or anticipation to finally know and see the famous Kitsune Flash face to face. But some of them were scared hearing the news that the Kitsune is coming because the things that they heard of him, about him devouring people's soul if you look at him for too long. As both Tenten and Lee smiled, as they already figured it out, they put it all together that Naruto was the Kitsune Flash, as Tenten had told Ino and Hinata. But Ino didn't believe them, as she thought the Kitsune Flash as a great and powerful man, as she would love to be with him, and she couldn't believe that it was a knucklehead Naruto be under that mask. Although a little voice in her head told her that it might be true, she was attracted to the Kitsune Flash, but she wasn't sure upon her feelings towards Naruto. But she just have to wait and see what happened when he arrived. Hinata was also blushing. Imagine if the Kitsune Flash came at the village and he took off his mask and really it's Naruto under that. That would be the best day of her life, as she think about it in her head, to have a long passionate kiss with him. Okay, that will be all. You are all dismissed. And remember, he's just a normal ninja of Konoha, so don't be afraid of him. And give him a warm welcome, she said with a proud smile on her face. Everyone left the room. As Tsunade sat down, she was so happy that Naruto was coming back. A few miles away from Konoha, Kitsune was jumping on the branch with quick speed. Why was he in a hurry? Because he was finally returning back to his village after 5 long years. He had a big smile on his face. He was going to see everyone back again. As he finally left the forest area, he was now at the open road. As he smiled when he recognized this road, it was the road that led him straight to Konoha. He was so eager. He was like a kid on Christmas morning. Even though he was happy to return, there was still a couple of people who he wasn't looking forward to see, like his former team leader and the pink-haired girl, his former teammate. He prayed to God that he doesn't run into them. At Konoha main gate, there was 2 guards there as they were watching, as no one was coming in today. So one of them was snoring while the other one was just looking up at the sky. Suddenly, the one that is looking up at the cloud eyes widened when he saw a figure moving at incredible speed running towards him. No way! It's him! It's really him, the man said as he waked up his sleeping partner. Wake up! As he saw the Kitsune Flash. The sleeping Chunin opened his eyes as he was still drowsy from his nap. What's wrong, man? Look! As he opened his eyes wide to see the Kitsune Flash, as he couldn't believe it, the masked mercenary of Konoha. It's really him. Oh yeah, Hokage said he was coming today. I didn't really believe it. Should we say something to him? What? Do you want him to devour your soul? The another Chunin asked. Why would he do that? Even if there was a jutsu out there to do that, why would he devour our souls? We are the guard of Konoha Gate, and he is part of Konoha. You talk to him. I don't want him to devour my soul. I do not devour soul, said a loud voice, as the boatman straightened up. As they were shocked, the Kitsune had already reached. I am sorry, Mr. Kitsune, the man bowed down. Please, I didn't mean to be rude. Yeah, we were just talking about how lame those rumors are. We didn't mean to be rude, the another Chunin said, as he was very scared as well. I am glad you guys feel that way. Now if you can excuse me, I want to enter the village. As the two Chunin sigh in relief. You know what? As the Kitsune walked off, he didn't sound so bad. He kind of sounded like a nice guy. I guess those rumors that we have heard are really just rumors. Actually, they heard the Kitsune talk as he heard them from a distance. The rumors are true as he looked back at them, as the boatman started to sweat, as he then vanished out of sight. Naruto just did that to scare them, as the boatman sit down in their chairs, as they couldn't believe. Does he really devour people's soul? As Naruto walked the streets of Konoha with a big smile under the mask. As he walked, he looked up on the Hokage monument as he smiled, seeing Tsunade's face carved in the monument. Proof and sign that she was the 5th Hokage. As he continued to walk, he noticed that every villagers have been staring at him. As he heard them whispering things behind his back. It's him. It's Kitsune Flash. He's finally come back to the village. The rumors are true. Kitsune, he's here. Oh, he's so cool. Wait, don't get too close to him. He will devour your soul. He chuckled a bit. It was better to hear these rumors than hear the rumors, what they call him when he was little. The murmurs didn't have any hatred in them. Either they were scared or shy to get close to him. But he was happy with that. As a small boy holding a Kitsune Flash action figure in his hand ran up to him. Stop, Kemari, I told you to not run off on your own, the boy mother said, as she bowed to the masked Kitsune. I am sorry, Kitsune, if he got in your way. Oh, it's quite alright. Yeah, you're my hero, the boy said, as he was overjoyed to finally meet his hero face to face, although he couldn't see his face. The masked mercenary got on one knee as he put his hand on the boy's head. I didn't know that I had such a loyal fan. Yeah, when I grow up, I want to be just like you. As he smiled under his mask. I am already at the Ninja Academy and I am going to train, and maybe I'll become strong, even stronger than you. As Kitsune patted him on the head, as the people all looked at him to see that he is kind. Wait, this guy cannot possibly devour people's soul. Well, said another man, maybe he's just acting kind to us because we're part of Konoha. To others, he's a real monster. As Naruto sighed under the mask. As the boy mother then brought him along as he said goodbye to Kitsune, and Kitsune said goodbye as well with a wave. As suddenly, two figures appeared in front of him, as it was two Anvus, one wearing a deer mask and one wearing a tiger mask. Kitsune was shocked. He recognized their chakra signature. No way, it couldn't be. It isn't possible. I would have never thought you would have been Kitsune Flash, said the Anvu with the tiger mask. Holy crap, it really is them. As Naruto smirked, as he couldn't believe it was Shikamaru and Neji. Huh, I never thought that the both of you would want to become Anvus. So, you knew who we are all along, said Shikamaru as he was the one under the deer mask. I have learned in my training to detect chakra signature. It's a very useful ability to figure out people's identity. But anyway, I am glad to see you guys again. Same with me, the village hasn't been the same without you, Shikamaru said, as he was ready to take off his mask before Neji stopped him. What's wrong, Neji? We are not allowed to take off our masks. You know the rules, Shikamaru. As Anvu captain, you must know that better than anyone, Neji said in a strict tone. What's the big deal? Naruto already know who we are. We are obligated to wear a mask inside and outside of the village. Even if we get captured, we are always to wear our masks, unless the Hokage give us permission to take them off. Whatever, Shikamaru said with a sigh. You're the Anvu captain, Shikamaru? Naruto asked as he was very surprised. The whole job is troublesome. It's a real pain in the ass. I don't even get the time again to watch the clouds and even play shogi with Asuma. It doesn't matter because Asuma has been really busy helping Kurenai with their baby. What? Kitsune was shocked. Asuma and Kurenai had a baby? What the hell? Shikamaru chuckled. Yeah, I had the same thought. But they have been together for a long time, so they finally got busy. I see, Naruto said as he was still shocked. What about you, Neji? I am part of Shikamaru's squad. I do not have a problem working with him. Lee and Tenten are Jonins, and Guy is still the same, always yelling about youth and nonsense. Everyone from Asuma team is doing fine too. Choji is a Jonin, and he's working with his dad at the village gate. He also opened a barbecue restaurant. The food is very good. You should go there sometimes. As for Ino, she's working at the interrogation department with her dad. He has taught her how to use her clan jutsu in the field of interrogation. What about Kurenai's team? Asked Kitsune. They are all Jonins, Neji answered. Hinata has been doing well, and she has become quite strong. Shino has been assisting the Anvu, on and off. And Kiba has his own genin team. What? Said Kitsune as he was more shocked. You're kidding, Kiba has a genin team? I feel sorry for those genins, he said with a smirk. Shikamaru then chuckled. You're not the only one who feel the same way. Well, I really missed out on a lot of things. I guess that I will have to catch up. Also, Kakashi got back to Anvu and he's also part of my squad, Shikamaru said, wanting to tell him about his former teacher. Hearing his name, Naruto went quiet. So he went back to Anvu because Team 7 is now a bad history. Well, I do not want to hear anything about him. And Sakura, said Neji before Kitsune interrupted him. That will be all, Neji. I am not interested in hearing anything about her, he said in a cold tone. Well, I have missed a lot in the past 5 years, so I will have to catch up. The two of them were quiet after hearing his tone of voice when they mentioned Sakura. Judging by that, he still had hatred towards her after what happened at the hospital 5 years ago. Anyway, Kitsune, we should get going. We are on patrol. Wait, said Naruto. I want to ask you guys a question. Do you know if Sakura is in the village? As the two of them were caught off guard by the question. No, she's not in the village. She left with a mission with Kiba and his team a few days ago. Although we do not know when she will be coming back to the village. I see, the masked mercenary replied, feeling happy. I won't have to see her face at all. This is a lucky day. Let's get going, Neji, Shikamaru said as he nodded, and the both of them vanished. Now, where should I go next? He said with a smile. As the most obvious place to go next is to the tower and visit Granny. As he started to walk through the village again, everyone was smiling and looking at him, as he couldn't believe everyone grew up and also get the rank of Jonin and even Anvu. After hearing this, he felt guilty with himself. He could have returned to the village a lot earlier. As he was walking the streets, he passed the Yamanaka flower shop. As he walked inside, a perverted glint came in his eye as someone was in there bending down, fixing some flowers. As he had a lot of perverted fantasy, as too much of Jiraiya has rubbed off on him. She then got up as her face was revealed, as he was shocked when he saw the blonde hair and the blue eyes. Holy shit, it's Ino, he thought, as he made sure as he take another look at her, as she hasn't realized that he was in the shop yet. Oh my, look how she has grown up. Well, She was really a looker back when we were Jennings. Think of it. I had all those blind shades about Sakura, and there was a lot of other cute and hot girls in the village. Damn, she's really gorgeous, he said, as he wondered. She must have a boyfriend. As he couldn't help it, a small whistle escaped his lips as Ino heard him, as she growled, thinking that it's some pervert whistling behind her. As she was in a bad mood, as her mother has forced her to come down here and work today. She didn't want to. Listen, you pervert, she said as she trailed off. But she turned around as goosebump filled her skin when she saw the masked mercenary, as her heart skipped a beat. It was now beating fast and hard, and her face turned blood red. She was staring at the man wearing the scary fox mask. Was she dreaming? She certainly hoped not. She couldn't believe that this was happening to her, as she tried to hold back a fangirl scream in front of him. Oh, thank God he's here, she said, as a big smile came on her face. She couldn't help it. It's him. It's really him. Kitsune Flash is here, in the flower shop, and he's staring at me. I am so lucky, she said, as she blushed and started to stare back at him, as lots of perverted thoughts came in her head. Welcome to the Yamanaka flower shop. I am Yamanaka Ino. Please forgive my behavior. Now how can I help you? She said in the most sweetest and kindest tone ever, forgetting the fact that Kitsune just whistled at her, as she had no clue who he was. So he walked up to her as he took her hand. Ino, I came in the flower shop today to find the most beautifulest flower inside of Konoha, and it seems that I found it. Are you on sale? He asked as he placed a gentle kiss on her hand. Ino blushed insanely as all of the blood was going to her head. Kitsune Flash just called her the most beautifulest girl in the village, as she could see his eyes through the mask as she looked at his bright blue eyes. As Kitsune didn't know, once he flirted with Ino, she will flirt back. As she came up to him and started doing small circles on his chest with her finger. Well, it depends. Usually my price is very high, but with you, I will make an exception. The price is, you take off your mask and I will be yours, she said as she winked at him. He was grinning, but in his mind, he really missed a lot, he said. Ino has really changed. As his right hand reached up for his mask, as he continued the flirting game. I don't know, Ino. My price is very high. Are you sure that you're willing to pay for it? As he put his hand and touched her chin, as she stared in his eyes, as his eyes looked really familiar to her, as she then replied, please, tell me what your price is, she said. As he then turned around, Ino, I can't stay. I have places to go. It was a really great pleasure meeting you. As he let go of her hand, Ino gasped. No, I cannot make him leave. As she grabbed his hand and he turned and looked back at her. Yes, Ino? Please, Kitsune, she said. I have heard such amazing things about you, and I don't think that you really devour people's soul. As he smiled at that comment. You, when I first heard about you, you inspire me to become great in my family interrogation technique, and it's all thanks to you. He stood quiet as he was shocked to hear what she just said. He never thought that he would make such an impact on Ino. The thought made him happy. For some reason, he didn't know, but his heart just skipped a beat. He felt a strange feeling inside of his heart. It was the same feeling he felt for Sakura all those years ago. As he then took off the lower half of his mask, revealing his mouth as he smiled at her. The mask was now shaped over his nose and his forehead. Well, guess what? You just pay the price. Those wonderful words. I never know that I had such a devoted fan inside of Konoha. Ino's heart was beating fast in anticipation. Does that mean that? Yes, I guess that I can reveal my face to you. But you have to promise to never reveal my secret, okay? Yes, of course, I will keep your secret, she said, as she was waiting to see his face. As he thought, wondering what Ino's reaction would be. As Ino said, "Thank you, God, I can't believe it. I am going to see Kitsune's face." As he slowly removed the mask, showing Ino his face, as her eyes nearly fall out of their sockets, as her mouth opened wide, her heart felt like it was going to burst out of her chest. She gulped as sweat started to run down from her forehead. She couldn't believe the man standing in front of her, as he took the hoodie off of his head, revealing his spiky blonde hair that was down to his shoulders, as the only thing she was thinking about was how handsome he was. As Naruto looked at her, he couldn't believe it, but she didn't recognize him. She was just so shocked to see how handsome he was, as he had grown up to look so different. "So, you don't recognize me?" "No, should I?" she said, as she continued to stare into his eyes. "I don't think that I've seen you before." She was confused. "I would never forget a handsome face like that," she said, as he put his hands on his waist with a funny expression. "Really, Ino, you don't recognize me?" "No, I don't think so," as she was staring in his eyes as she talked. "You got to be kidding me," he sighed, as he looked at her. "Ino." He then pointed at his whisker marks, as Ino's eyes went wide. She then started to put it together. Whisker marks. It couldn't be. For some reason, her heart skipped a beat. No, it cannot possibly be, as she was too shocked to think. "Yeah, it's me, and I love ramen. Believe it," he said with a grin. "My, I don't believe it. It's Tenten was right," as Ino fell back, but Naruto moved off with great speed and caught her as she dropped into his arms. As she turned and looked at him, she couldn't believe it. "Oh crap, it's Naruto." "The one and only, believe it," he said, as he lifted her and put her back on her feet, as she was still staring in his eyes. "Naruto, you're the mysterious Kitsune? The cool, awesome Kitsune Flash?" As she had memories and thoughts of the younger Naruto and compared the two, the only thing she really saw was his whisker marks. His face is totally different, and his blue eyes. And his hair had grown out so long, she didn't recognize him. And what shocked her the most was that he flirted with her, and she flirted back. And the thing is, she actually liked it. "Whoa, Naruto, I cannot believe it. You have changed so much since the last time that I saw you." As he was surprised when she came up to him and placed her right hand on his cheek. "You know, Naruto, I really missed you. Konoha hasn't been the same since you left." "Yeah, I missed you too, Ino. But if I know that you were going to become this beautiful, I would have never left the village in the first place." As he then pulled her closer, wrapping his arms around her waist. As she was surprised, but she liked it. She then broke it. "Naruto, I would like to continue to talk to you, but I have a flower shop to run." As Naruto then asked her, "How about we continue tonight then?" with a wink. As she looked at him, "Naruto, did you just ask me out on a date?" "What if I did?" he said. "I would be honored. Just say the name and the hour and I will be there." "Really, you caught me by surprise, Ino. I thought that you were going to refuse." because I don't want your boyfriend to get jealous. That's quite alright, I don't have a boyfriend. She replied as Naruto was stunned. You mean every guy in Konoha is actually gay then? As he then smiled at her. Alright, tonight at 7, in front of Ichiraku Ramen. But don't worry, I have another place in mind. Alright, I'll be there, she said, with a small smile. As Naruto then held out his hand, and a puff of smoke appeared, and a purple rose as he gave it to her. This is for the most beautifulest girl in Konoha. Ino took the rose as she was blushing deeply as Naruto smiled at her as he walked back way out of the store. As he left, she shouted in victory as she finally had a perfect candidate to be her boyfriend. But guys, I'm gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And go ahead and check out the What If Tsunade Was Naruto's Mother. But for now guys, I'm out. Peace.